bulletproof glass walls, and an army of snipers. These weren't just precautions. They were a stark wake-up call after the July 13th assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Even with the Secret Service's elite protection, the failed attack exposed a harsh truth. The security wasn't enough. I watched as the layers of protection around Trump intensified, with every move scrutinized, every shadow watched. That day made one thing clear. Trump wasn't just protected, he was ensured survival. And with the Secret Service backing him, he's untouchable. Donald Trump has always thrived on defying expectations, whether in business, reality TV, or politics. Now, as both a former president and a 2024 candidate, he's turning his security detail into a spectacle of its own. The Secret Service agents shadowing him, they're like something out of an action movie, always alert, sporting dark sunglasses and earpieces, scanning crowds for any sign of trouble. It's a constant game of high-stakes protection, and these agents are ready for anything. While most former presidents retreat to quieter lives, Trump is back on the campaign trail, running for re-election and dragging the Secret Service into a whirlwind of rallies, legal battles, and public scrutiny. The stakes are higher than ever. Whether it's securing a motorcade, tracking down a potential threat in a packed crowd, or even following him into courtrooms as he faces legal battles, Trump's detail is always a step ahead, prepared for whatever may come next. In a way, protecting Trump isn't just about keeping him safe. It's about managing chaos. The agents have to anticipate everything from hecklers to more dangerous situations, all while navigating the unpredictability of a figure as polarizing as Trump. For his security detail, it's more than just a job. It's an ongoing, high-pressure mission where the twists and turns never stop and the stakes keep climbing. Protecting Donald Trump has been unlike any other presidential security detail. While most ex-presidents fade from the spotlight, Trump keeps his Secret Service agents on their toes, whether he's in court, at a rally, or at Mar-a-Lago. Though he could have refused Secret Service protection like Nixon, he didn't. As a candidate for re-election, turning it down could cause legal issues. Trump never fully trusted the Secret Service, which led him to keep his personal bodyguard, Keith Schiller, by his side. This move, breaking tradition, echoed Kennedy's era and sparked controversy. Trump's approach to security, blending elite protection with personal loyalty, reshaped presidential safety and proved once again that he's not afraid to rewrite the rule book. The Secret Service operates with one goal: protect the president, no distractions. But Donald Trump, never one to settle for less, demanded that his private security team, led by the imposing Keith Schiller, continue to shadow him even after the Secret Service took over. Suddenly, two worlds collided. Schiller, a former cop and Navy vet, was more than just muscle. He had been with Trump since 1999, eventually becoming the head of his security. He was the gatekeeper. If you wanted to see Trump, you went through Schiller first. His aggressive approach, like ejecting protesters before the Secret Service could act, often put him at odds with their more formal methods. Despite criticism, Schiller remained fiercely loyal to Trump, not only as his protector but as a trusted advisor. This loyalty sometimes led to friction with the Secret Service, like when Schiller's delayed response at a rally in Dayton, Ohio, was criticized as 3 seconds too late. Then, on July 13, 2024, disaster struck. At a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, a gunman fired on Trump from a rooftop, hitting him in the ear. Schiller's team wasn't to blame. It was the Secret Service that failed to prevent the attack. The shooting left one person dead and 2 others wounded. The tragedy exposed the dangers of mixing private and federal security. No matter how vigilant, when too many forces are at play, the system can collapse. It was a wake-up call no one could ignore. The chaos erupted quickly. The Secret Service counter-snipers neutralized crooks, but Trump, injured yet definitely raising his fist, became the image of resilience. That moment, viral as it was, sparked a firestorm over the Secret Service's catastrophic failure. Crook's position on the rooftop, flagged by local law enforcement, was overlooked by the Secret Service, giving him a clear shot. Communication breakdowns between command centers allowed vital information to be missed. Meanwhile, the Trump campaign's repeated requests for more security were ignored. The fallout was swift. Director Kimberly Che's poor testimony before Congress led to her resignation. The Secret Service's disastrous errors would haunt them for years. In response to the shocking assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump, President Joe Biden swiftly ordered an independent review of security measures. And well, as you might have guessed, they found that security was, shall we say, lacking. But what happened next was something out of an action movie. After this massive oversight, Trump's security detail, with a little help from the Secret Service, ramped things up like they were prepping for the next Mission Impossible. Fast forward to today, and Trump's security detail is now essentially an impenetrable fortress. And it's clear, testing it would be a terrible idea. For you, for anyone, and certainly for democracy. After the assassination attempt, the gloves came off. Trump's rallies are now more fortified than a high-security prison and have an air of Hollywood grandeur, like the set of a blockbuster film. For starters, Trump's speeches are now delivered behind bulletproof glass. This isn't your average glass. This is the presidential version of a spaceship. Picture this: Trump on stage, delivering his rallying cry while surrounded by a transparent wall of protection, leaving onlookers wondering if they stumbled into a political rally or a superhero movie. Honestly, throw in a few lasers, and we'd be looking at the next James Bond set. Next, the Secret Service decided to make the classic stack of storage containers the latest trend in security architecture. But these aren't just any containers. Oh no. These are giant, immovable walls strategically placed to block anyone from getting a glimpse of the man of the hour. It's like a tactical maze designed to ensure that if you're not invited to the show, you're definitely not going to sneak a peek. And then, of course, came the snipers. More snipers. Rooftops are now monitored like it's the most high-stakes game of hide-and-seek imaginable. The Secret Service motto seems to have changed from "We've got eyes everywhere" to "We've got eyes everywhere, and then some." After the failed security, the team didn't just shrug and move on. They seriously upped the ante, leaving no stone unturned. Oh, and let's not forget the increase in the security detail itself. The Secret Service is known for its seriousness, but now they've taken it to a whole new level. Several agents were placed on administrative leave post-attack, a not-so-subtle way of saying, "You dropped the ball, hard." Trump, ever the showman, couldn't resist calling attention to his new security setup, joking that his rallies now look like the most fortified concerts in the world. After all, when you've been the target of an assassination attempt, you've earned the right to flex a little. But here's the thing. Trump's security detail isn't just a fancy upgrade. It's a necessity. The Secret Service has been protecting high-profile figures for decades, but now they've raised the bar. If you think the president gets special treatment, think again. The level of protection afforded to a sitting president comes with techniques so secretive and precise that they border on science fiction. From armored vehicles to underground bunkers, it's almost like they're preparing to protect him from a zombie apocalypse. And really, who can blame them? Trump's rallies, now practically a fortress, serve as a prime example of the lengths taken to ensure a leader's safety. But with the Secret Service's know-how, it's clear that when it comes to protecting a VIP, they're prepared for anything. The stakes are high and their vigilance is unmatched. In a world where threats can come from anywhere, security is no longer just about locking the doors. It's about creating an impenetrable bubble, making sure that nothing and no one can breach it. So whether you're attending one of Trump's meetings or simply following from afar, just remember, his security is now a whole new level of unbeatable. And no, you definitely don't want to test it.